The very earliest of crypto, however you want to decide the beginning with Bitcoin or whatever, has been around 12 years. But in terms of applications with smart contracts, that's only 2017 for the most part. And so we're really only 5 years in. So I'm still really bullish on crypto. We had some early wins, just like streaming audio with sports and news. Now with crypto you have DeFi and you have money transfer and some other applications, but you haven't had any mainstream applications where your mom says, okay, we've got to get a wallet because I have to do A, B, or C, right? It's been DeFi, NFTs, and money transfer. And so it's kind of boring right now. We're waiting for that next round of applications, and there's a lot of people working on them. NFTs for the resale of books. So we take NFTs past the collectible markets to the utility markets. NFTs for refi, which is for carbon offsets, buying and selling and trading carbon offsets, and even burning them so that they're not resold all the time, but they have a direct impact on the environment. And there'll be more and more and more of those applications that are more mainstream, but they're not all the way here. They're not truly mainstream yet, and so we're going through that lull. And you saw the same thing with the internet too, right? Until mobile phones came along, from 1995 to 2007 with the iPhone, right? I mean, you had Amazon, you could go shopping and you could stream, but it wasn't like it was just earth-shattering. But once we got it on mobile, then we got the App Store in 2009? And then even remember the first apps on the App Store were like, here, look, let me hold my phone like this and it looks like I'm drinking a beer. Right? Yeah, it looks like I'm drinking a beer. There's no reason why crypto's going to be any different. But the good news is, the investments I'm looking to make are geared towards applications that'll be mainstream and not about, okay, let's create an Instagram for crypto. Let's create a Twitter. Not Me Too type applications. More like, okay, things that take advantage of smart contracts and distributed environments.
Bitcoin and the underlying technology is here to stay, so it's not going anywhere. I think you're going to see the price of Bitcoin skyrocket again. I think people are very bullish on it, and I think what's going to drive it is regulation. People know that you have to regulate inevitably electronic exchanges, and so you're going to see a regulation. The closer we get to that, it's going to go way up, it's going to get regulated, and it's going to go back down. So I think it's a great investment if you're a speculator. Just don't want to get caught on the wrong end of that, because as quickly as it's going to go up, as soon as regulation comes in, it'll be good for it long term, but it'll come way back.
What I think is good for crypto is that the weak are dying and the strong will survive. And now you have regulation, which is going to be necessary for this industry. Well, I think all the large companies and the equity companies have a percentage of portfolio now in crypto. So I think everybody should have a small percentage in crypto. I'm not a big crypto investor because as a cyber guy, it is the currency of hackers.
Yeah.
So just morally, it bothers me. I'm a huge fan of blockchain, the underlying technology, but I think until there's a certain level of regulation, it's not for me.
Are you invested in any of the cryptocurrencies out there right now?
Yeah, so we own a Herjavec Group, which we're a $200 million cybersecurity company. I can't invest in something that my enemy uses as funds. So most of the ransomware is bought through Bitcoin, which is one of the early drivers on it. We are heavily invested, though, in two-factor authentication and certain stocks that require Bitcoin. If I don't know who's sending me the money, identity becomes a big area. So there's a bunch of stocks, people like SailPoint, CyberArk, that do identity and can prove that Morgan is really Morgan online. So you're going to see a lot of growth in those kind of stocks.
Cryptocurrency is like all the rage right now, and you're an old school investor. What are your thoughts? Like, I mean, should I be hopping on this? Am I an idiot for not hopping on the crypto rage right now?
Listen, I have so many smart business guys I know that have hopped on it and want me on the train with them. I don't. I take every dime I have that's extra and put into real estate. And this is a slow way to get rich. I'm not sure these guys are going to get rich with it, but I know I'm going to get rich nice and slow by investing in real estate. Honestly, with the new currencies out there, it depends less on when you jump in and when you have the good sense to jump out. And I know as many guys losing money as making money, not for me.
I've also invested in multiple crypto tokens, infrastructural level 1 and level 2 blockchains. I am of the opinion that crypto, blockchain technology, and digital payment systems will be the 12th sector of the S&P within a decade. Many of these technologies are going to disrupt the existing financial services sector with faster, more efficient, more productive, and more secure ways of investing, paying, transferring, and tracking assets. As you are aware, Bitcoin, a store of value, is not a coin. It's software. Ethereum is software. Blockchain is software. In the last 30 years, every American enterprise has driven major efficiencies using various versions of enterprise software, and crypto is no different. The potential of these crypto technologies is astronomical. The collapse of FTX is nothing new. While this situation is painful for shareholders, employees, and account holders, in the long run, it does not change this industry's promise. Enron came and went and had no impact on the energy markets. Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers' demise had no impact on the long-term potential of American debt and equity markets. I'm only one of many investors that have experienced this loss. However, this changes nothing in terms of the potential of crypto. In fact, the recent collapse of crypto companies has a silver lining. This nascent industry is culling its herd. Going or gone are the inexperienced or incompetent managers, weak business models, and rogue, unregulated operators. Hopefully, these highly publicized events will put renewed focus on implementing domestic regulation that has been stalled for years. Other jurisdictions have already implemented such policies and are now attracting both investment capital and highly skilled talent.